Ahoy there, mateys!
Yar!
And welcome back to Second Star on the Left.
Second star.
I'm Michelle, and this here be my daughter, Billy.
Ahoy!
And here's where we'll talk about board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. Monday be talk like a pirate day. But since we're away, and we might be visiting these pirates,
Yar.
we thought we'd share our piratey games today. Do I have to do this for the whole video?
This could be our best video ever.
We chose two of our new piratey games to share with ye. The first game claims to be explorers and merchants, but I think there's some looting and pillaging going on.
There definitely be pirate ships wrecked in their
all right,
oceans.
stop. We want to talk about Guild of Merchant Explorers first, which I get is probably not pirates, and I can't keep going arg. Guild of Merchant Explorers, which was generously provided to us by AEG, is one of my biggest surprises of the year. I'm not sure what I thought this game would be. Maybe I thought it would be a little bit more piratey. I thought it would be a 4X game. I thought it might be an area control game. And it turns out it's kind of just this really clever little route building game.
Yar.
Thanks, me. It is definitely kind of a multiplayer solitaire game. There wasn't much interaction. There wasn't much I could stop. I couldn't fire the cannons. I don't know, what do pirates do?
Fire the cannons!
Yeah, I couldn't attack Billy's merchants. There was no battle.
There were battles. There were shipwrecks all over the place.
There must have been previous battles.
Before you play, there were battles.
With previous pirates, because one of the spaces you can land on is a shipwreck space.
And you get a treasure chest.
But we should probably back up to how you get there. Your merchants, your explorers, your pirates, if you will, are cubes. And you set out from a village, a central village, and you make your way to other islands, to other locations to build a trade route between the villages.
And then ye be discovering new places to trade with.
When you can connect two trade routes, those trade routes have values on them, and you multiply those two values together and you score. It's also really important that you establish villages in these places that you explore. Otherwise, you will always have to start from that central trade route, because between each round, you wipe all of the explorers off the board and you start a new round. The game is played over 4 eras, and each of those allow you to build out your trade route and build villages where apparently you be discovering villages. And when you do, you get points for discovering the village, and you put a little village token on it. And when the cubes get removed at the end of that era, the village stays. And now you can explore from that village out, so you will have alternate places to start exploring from. The more villages you explore, the more trade routes you can extend out further onto the map, and along the edges of the map you can find sunken treasure that you collect for points, and sometimes they're just immediate actions, right? You can...
Sometimes they be.
Sometimes... The way that you get to explore is a series of 5 explore cards. And those are things like explore 1 mountain range, explore 2 desert, or explore 2 forest. And they are the same cards every time, brought out in random order. So in some ways you can plan out your round. It is shared information with everyone at the table what's going to come next.
Aye, but planning be a fool's errand.
And then each era you get to draw 2 special power cards that you'll keep one and put one back, that allow you to explore maybe 5 sea spaces in a row, or explore one sand space and then all the spaces around it. So those are special powers that come out every round. The first power comes out in the first round, but also again gets shuffled into the deck to come out every subsequent round. So you have these special powers building up. You know what they are, except for the new one for that round. So you can plan on those as well. And you're just trying to get the most money. Like any good pirate, you just want the treasure.
Yarr.
This game plays in about 45 minutes, and the first time I played it was at Big Game Night at Gen Con, and we played it 3 times in a row.
Many a mistake made she.
Yeah, I didn't know about the village building that first era, and all my explorers got wiped off the board, and everybody else was all, I have a village. We caught up pretty quickly, though. It does not feel like a 45-minute game.
No.
And as soon as you're done, you want to try the other map. There are multiple maps in here to explore, so there's endless replayability in this box, which is good because honestly, every time I look at this game, I would like to play it again. It really was the biggest surprise. I'm not much into area control, and I thought that's what this was going to be, and it turned out it just isn't. It's clever and engaging, and it's a little puzzle, and you can take a different path every single time you play. I know that some people think it's kind of boring in color with the sepia tones and the muted pieces. I absolutely love it. I don't think it's boring at all. And thank you for not using primary colored pieces on these beautiful antique looking maps. Everything fits in. Billy wants me to tell you about the shanties that we listen to while we're playing, but we're gonna make a whole video about the soundtracks that we use when we're playing games. You should put on your favorite nautical themed music while you play, just for a little atmosphere. The only thing that I can say is a little strange in the rules is that they want you to keep your money hidden, which means you're constantly checking your coins to trade them in to get more coins because there's not enough money in the game. And so there's not enough 1s or 5s. So you're trading in your 1s to get 5s, trading in your 5s to get 10s because there's just not enough.
Yeah, but that's true of like every game.
Right, but if you're hiding those, it makes it harder to trade them in. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, there's no reason to hide it. Billy could be ahead by 50 doubloons, and it wouldn't matter. I couldn't do anything about it. There's no defense. You just have to play a stronger game.
We heartily recommend it.
This is the first of our 2 piratey games, and this one might be a little less piratey, but it still gave us all the feels of a good piratey adventure. The second game on our list be Libertalia, which is definitely a pirate game.
Definitely.
And Billy would have me tell you that there be sky pirates in this game. Libertalia was generously provided for us by Stonemaier Games, and we had never played the original. And this is the newer version, Libertalia Winds of Galecrest.
There be an original?
Arr. We do this pirate thing. This is absolutely a piratey game. This one is 1 to 6 players and again takes about 45 minutes. It's fallen into that sweet spot for piratey games for us. In this one, you are playing as a crew of pirates that's actively trying to get more treasure, bury your treasure so that it can't be lost, and keep your opponent from getting treasure. You be sailing out over 3 voyages that take a number of days. Each admiral gets a deck of cards 1 through 40. One of the players will shuffle up their cards, draw the top 6, and then the other players will sort through and pull those cards from their hand to play. So you're all playing with the same crew, at least on the first voyage. And you're going to decide what order to send.
You'd be always having the same crew, but you'd be sending out different crew members on later voyages.
What's going to happen is,
from
that original hand of 6, you might not both play the same cards on the first voyage, which will give you different cards left over for the second voyage. It won't be cards that you haven't seen, though. You're going to send your crew out, and then you're going to go through the phases of daylight and sunset and nighttime. And when your voyage is over, there's a series of actions that are taken in the anchor phase when it's over. So you have to plan not only your immediate action, but your mid-term action for sunset, and then your long-term actions for the anchor actions and nighttime, which will take place multiple times. During your voyages, you'll be getting treasures, and those are from you reaching and you're reaching into a bag to put them out randomly. They're really nice, solid, chunky. They're really,
like Azul, baby.
They're really nice tokens. They're
Smooth as sea glass.
Each of the tokens also has either a power or a point value if you can collect sets of them. So you're going to want to choose which token you want by playing a lower or higher card than your opponent in each round. It took us a second to figure out how it was going to work until we played the first voyage. While the rules were simple, we didn't quite understand how the strategy was going to work out for us. And as soon as you play one round, you're like, oh, okay, I got it. It's all good. Your crew will stay with you on the ship for each voyage unless something bad happens to send them to the graveyard. Dead men tell no tales. Billy loved the art on these cards, which was all animals in the crew.
Me be a big fan of anthropomorphized art.
Like all good pirates. I actually love the art, but possibly need new glasses because I didn't realize most of them were animals.
They had tusks. And
I didn't want to criticize
tails
other
had
pirates'
they.
dental work. If you're looking for a fun, piratey themed game, it's light, it's quick, and there'll
be plenty of chances to be mean.
There's also a calm side for your voyages and a stormy side where things get a little bit more chaotic and a little bit more difficult and possibly a little bit meaner. There's also a way to mix it up where you're using tiles to cover up portions of the board so that you can play with some calm and some stormy.
Didn't know that, did I?
When you're playing with two players, you also play with a midshipman that adds another level of strategy into the game, because whoever's directly to the left of the midshipman, their opponent gets to take away one of the options for treasures. And sometimes this works out great for you, and sometimes they leave you with nothing but cursed relics.
Yar,
it's not
har,
good. Then you trade in all your plunder for doubloons, hide those doubloons in a treasure chest, and you're off on your next voyage.
And you be getting a good sense of progression, seeing the number go up and coins come in and go out.
It was good, piratey fun. I'm not sure that we ever got the feeling of airships. It was just pirates. The insert makes it incredibly easy to take out a color for each player with all of its components already ready to go. Putting it back, you have to put the decks back in order. Only Billy and I figured out that there's 6 decks in the box, so we can play 3 times before we have to reorganize the cards.
Clever be we.
So if you're looking for some good piratey fun with a bit of hand management, a bit of battling, some hidden treasure, then you should definitely check out Libertalia. We're probably on Pirates of the Caribbean right now. So,
Yar!
hopefully you will watch this sometime around Talk Like a Pirate Day so we don't look completely insane. There do be other pirate games out there, but these be 2 of our newest. Can I stop talking like a pirate now? Okay.
Ye been on and off the whole video.
Thank you for watching, if you liked what you see.
Or if you'd like to keep watching until we get one right.
Please like, subscribe, and share, and I promise we will stop talking like pirates.
Until next year.
If you'd like to follow us elsewhere on social media, all of that information will be down below. As always, open tables, open minds, and play yourselves.
Yar, shiver me timbers. Yo ho ho. This is my favorite video ever.
How's that? Eat.
Good job. Or if you'd like to keep watching until we get
What is
right.
that? Do it better.
Yee wee.
If you liked what we like.
Fire.
You want to try that again?
Yes, what do I say?
Ahoy.
No, that's a hello. It's not aloha.